We're good.
It was my wrist, actually. Are you already recording?
Yeah.
Oh, well, fuck. How long? What minute mark do I need to look for?
1 minute, 45 seconds.
Jesus fucking Christ, Matt. God. I'm not even going to do an intro to the show at this point.
Yeah, you should. It's fine.
All right, everybody. It is the Power Rangers episode of the GOFO podcast. I need a ringtone that does that.
Yeah.
And then I need to kill myself. How are you, sir?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah? Yeah, you regret this one a bit, don't you?
Oh, God. I don't even know how I feel because I feel so bad.
Yeah?
I legit feel bad about this one.
Why so?
This movie was horrible.
You know what, though? This movie had better action sequences
Than Mortal
Kombat. That's all I could think when they were throwing kicks and punches. Is like, how is this movie so shitty, but so much better than Mortal Kombat?
You got a point. The fights were way better, right?
They were. I mean, they were still terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point, the White Ranger does this like spinning move to like jump up to 2 stories higher in a
but I mean, come on, he's in his suit, so they can do whatever. They got powers.
They got powers. Excuse it. Okay?
Who does a better movie bicycle kick? The White Ranger in this one, or Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat?
White Ranger? The Liu Kang one was god awful.
Yeah. So this movie, well, we'll go right into it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I guess we have to, huh?
This movie came out in 1995, and Mortal Kombat came out in
94, right?
Let's double check. It's also 1995. So both these movies came out in 1995. These are the last 2 movies we did. Mortal Kombat was August 18th, and I feel like Power Rangers was probably June.
You don't have to.
I was right. June 30th, 1995.
You don't have to apologize.
A full
for
month
this.
and a half.
You didn't pick this movie.
The fans did.
It was your choice to go on the poll, but the fans picked it, and
we almost had a tie.
Oh
but we're still going to do Starship Troopers.
No,
right?
that's our next movie.
Yeah, that's our next one. No matter what. Yeah.
I'm not putting a poll up. We're doing Starship Troopers because as terrible as I'm sure that movie is, I feel like it's still going to be a little palate
bet that
cleansing.
one. Yeah, I totally agree.
I think it holds up a little bit more.
And then we're going to enjoy that one.
Let's see if we're wrong, but I think it holds up a little bit more.
I feel like I watched it not too long ago on TV, and it was pretty fun to watch still.
Rico's Roughnecks.
Yeah, just because it's future time.
And the CGI is most likely better.
So where to start on this movie? So from the get-go, the movie kicks off.
They're already in costume essentially 3 seconds into this movie.
So they're skydiving.
In costume, essentially. Like, I love how that's one thing that I forgot Power Rangers does is no matter what they do, the Rangers are wearing their colors. They're repping their set. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my God, man. And like, as soon as I saw that scene, and then it does this real dumb 90s thing that like, I can only equate this joke to something from the 90s where Bull and Skull, that's their names, right?
Bulk and
Skull are about to jump out the plane, and Kimberly's like, guys, your shoots. And it's this dumb joke. Like, the dumb guys were going to jump out without their joke. It's so stupid of a part. Like, I don't know.
I still love Amy Jo Johnson.
And then they played... They spent most of their money right there in the first minute of it by playing Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah. Which is, I think they got their money's worth out of that.
I guess so.
Yeah. I mean, you can't. And then you pay for the music.
I love when they're skydiving and they're all dropping down and everyone's skydiving normal except for Cool Guy Tommy, who has to be on his skyboard.
Remember skyboards were like a thing for a while? Sky surfing?
But it's Cool Guy Tommy. I'm the Green Ranger, bro. Now I'm the White Ranger, bro. I got the Dragon Zord, so I've got to do cool, more extreme stuff.
He's got Saba and White Tiger now.
So. Yeah.
White Tiger Zord.
As soon as I saw him with the skyboard, I was like, of fucking course he would have one.
Right off the bat, I started laughing because when they're jumping out of the airplane, their voices are echoing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your voice does not echo up in the sky. And then there's nothing for it to bounce off of.
How terrible was the CGI shot of them, the green screen shot?
That wasn't that bad.
No, it was pretty
bad. They all came together?
Yeah.
That was't that bad.
It was bad.
I've seen worse, but it wasn't that bad.
I've seen worse in this movie.
This movie I saw worse. It was better than the starlit backdrop that didn't move in Mortal Kombat, just saying. Or that did move.
I'm dying.
That did move. The background that did move during the movie. Yeah, so right off the bat, I mean, I was already laughing at how bad.
Oh God,
how bad it was.
The acting was terrible, and it's funny because the ADR on them in the airplane was terrible.
Yeah,
it sounded like voiced over, and it did not match up with their lips at all. So it almost looked like it was a Japanese dub for a minute. Guys, I originally
was really bad.
I originally started watching it on YouTube. I found it free on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was
you gave up?
Well, I saw how bad the ADR was. Oh,
and you're like,
and I thought like I had a foreign version or something because there was a lot of Russian text on the screen. And I was like, fuck, man, like I picked the wrong one or something. I'm not going to sit through this.
Yeah.
So I did your route, signed up for a free star. So the only place we could find this was to sign up for stars. That was the only place. We couldn't even buy it on iTunes.
That's the insane thing, and I'm kind of glad we did it.
Yeah.
So
I cancel your free trial.
Yeah, remind me tomorrow.
And it's funny because this week I shared something on social media, and it was a meme that said, I don't know which one of y'all needs to hear this, but cancel that free trial.
That was you.
I need to hear this, apparently. Yeah. But I went to Amazon to watch it through the stars link because I thought there was something wrong. And no, sure enough, I fired up the HD version of this, and
it's horrible.
No, it was bad.
Bad. The ADR is really bad on this. Yeah.
And then I love how dumb Bulk and Skull land in the construction zone.
But that's totally Bulk and Skull.
But no, that's not my problem. My problem was more of them just being like
building inspectors.
Like, how would you? If it was me, it'd just be like, "Fuck, my bad, man." Like, shit happens. I'm new to this.
What's that guy gonna do?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
And they're like, "We're building inspectors. Move that building over there."
That building's supposed to be over there.
And how dumb was it that he was skydiving with a propeller hat?
Oh, I think that was great.
Yeah, that might be the best part of the whole movie.
They weren't that bad. Bulk and Skull were not that bad.
They're not the problems of this movie.
They're not the problems of this movie. They're the most true to character actors in this movie. So they did the best job that they did. So I do not fault Jason Nervy and the other guy. I don't even know if that's her name. Yeah, Jason Narvey, and that's the guy who plays Bulk. Who's the guy? Paul Shire.
I'm reading good reviews.
Paul Shear?
No,
Paul
it's 2
Shire.
out of 4 stars. This will make you laugh with the memories. No,
it won't.
It made me cringe. Oh, I cringed so hard in this.
So I love...
How many goofs do you think are in this movie?
Oh, 70. 70, at least. I laughed when they unearthed the tomb, basically, with the egg.
The hand came up.
And it's just like, in reality, if that happened, would the construction crew take it upon themselves to unearth it?
Yeah.
That's extra work. Yeah. There's no way they would do that, especially in the 90s.
If I found that, I'd be like, I'm clocking out, going home. Fuck this.
And I'm really surprised. This movie was obviously filmed in Australia at the amount of American extra actors that they had. Because unless they did all those voices in ADR as well, I mean, there was a lot of American actors in this movie, or English-speaking actors. So right away, they introduced Ivan Ooze. And what are you reading? You made a weird face.
Mariska Hargitay was in this movie?
Where? I want to know where.
Who was Gabrielle Fitzpatrick?
Gabrielle Fitzpatrick, was that not the other girl? Dulcia.
That was Mariska Hargitay then.
No, it wasn't.
It says at some point she was replaced by her.
Oh, so that was supposed to be Maritza?
No. Okay, hold on. Let me get into here.
That was supposed to probably be Maritza then.
No. Hold on.
Hurry up. I'm trying to... There's no other facts on Wikipedia, I think.
It says... Yeah, I'm in trivia. I just lost it.
You just lost it.
In November 1994, Gabrielle Fitzpatrick was diagnosed with an ovarian cyst, which had to be removed immediately. Mariska Hargitay replaced her. Hargitay spent several weeks filming her scenes, but she just didn't seem right for the role.
Boom, see?
Hargitay was fired, and Fitzpatrick got the part back in January 1995. So a year later, after she recovered for the cyst, she got it back.
Wow, she got the
role
back.
You got fired from
how bad do you have to be to
this
get fired
shit
from this
movie? Yeah,
but you know what? Honestly, that probably would have totally thrown her career off the path because where is Gabrielle Fitzpatrick?
God, right? Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think she's still around anymore. I clicked on her Wikipedia link and it took me nowhere.
Oh, you know what? This movie almost ended up better. According to Paul Freeman, the movie was originally going to be done in the style of a television show before producers changed their mind and decided to put more resources into the production.
No, they should have just went the old way. They should have went back to the other
I would have been okay. So we'll save that.
I guarantee
till we get closer
they would have saved more on the budget, and they still would have made the same amount of money.
So what did this movie make?
This movie made $66.4 million.
What was the budget?
$15 million.
Okay, so it made money.
Where did the $14.9 million go?
It's a fucking...
I don't know.
It all went to songwrites.
And then the running time, it says it was 95 minutes, but I think I kept looking at it, and when I started the movie, it said an hour and 27 minutes.
It told me 1:35.
Oh, okay. So it told you that? Yeah. I wonder why mine said it was different, but yeah. So immediately, this was one of the longest hour-and-a-half movies I've ever seen. I fell asleep 4 times during this movie.
Did you?
Yeah, and 3 of those times was in the first 30 minutes of the movie.
I played a video game during the first half of it, and then I came home and forced myself to watch the second half. Of you. And my family decided they wanted to watch it with me.
Ugh.
To my fucking
disdain.
I need a new family.
Yeah, Savannah liked it.
Yeah, we need new kids.
And a traitor in.
Yeah, I am, for one that hated this movie. It was bad. And it so halfway through this movie, when they go to meet Dulcia, I'm at least kind of turning around on the movie.
Thought you were going to say you were getting turned on by Dulcia.
Yeah, that too. But no, the owl form. I've got an owl fetish.
Yeah, I figured that.
I really loved Harry Potter.
You love the eyes. You like the way they can turn their heads almost fully all the way around.
It's useful. I like flexibility, okay? Jesus. But it started to I don't know. It wasn't getting better, but at least I think I was at least coming to terms with it, maybe, is what it was. And then they get in these fucking Zords.
I think
oh my God.
1995 was probably the year I was probably introduced to body waxing.
Yeah.
Because Dulcia, man, wow, what a hottie.
Yes.
Gabrielle Fitzpatrick?
I'd let her swing my sticks.
Good Lord.
Don't make that whistle.
I was looking around my shoulder, making sure Pris was like, what are you watching?
The porn version of this movie?
It's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I swear.
She would have probably been happier with you watching porn than
probably, yeah. She wouldn't have been as disappointed.
Yeah, because this was shit.
This was a crap
This movie was dog shit.
It was really bad. So Ivan Ooze comes out, new villain, and immediately goes to destroying the command center with witty 1990 puns that he should have no idea about.
No recollection.
Because he's been locked up for 6,000 years.
Which I thought was great whenever he is sitting in the construction zone and he's trying to get all the parents to dig stuff up for him, and he's making that one fat parent do dance. And he's like, do that swim. It's like, what the hell the fuck would you know what this is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Goldar throws one in.
Smells like teenagers.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Paul Freeman, which was, I guess, the big name added to this movie. I still have no idea who he is.
He chewed the scenery so fucking much.
Oh, yeah. He was just like, this is my time to shine.
I'm going to be in a mask, so fuck you. Fuck Hollywood.
Yeah. So
Paul Freeman, what else has he been in?
Nothing.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Hot Fuzz.
What'd you think about Alpha 5?
I mean, it's Alpha 5.
I like the upgrade.
Yeah.
It looked cool. She looked cool or whatever.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's androgynous.
Yeah.
It was all right. Zordon was fucking terrible.
He looked horrible.
Especially when he was out.
Zordon looked like he was wearing a Hulk Hogan mask.
He looked like he was
wearing a Bryan Cranston mask.
He looked like he was dead
on the inside.
He looked like the Emperor from Star Wars if he had died and we dug him up 6 years later.
He looked like the Emperor mid turning into the Emperor.
Thank you. Yes.
From episode 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, like where his face is starting to get all deformed, but it's not fully deformed yet. That's what he looked like.
That's the second Emperor Palpatine reference. Because as soon as Ivan Ooze starts shooting his lightning, my wife's like, good.
Yes, feel the flow.
Let the ooze take you over. I feel like this movie was made intentionally. What got made first, this or Ninja Turtles? When was Secret of the Ooze?
Secret of the Ooze came out way before this. Came out in 94, probably. I say way before. You're typing it in or me? You got it. Okay, Secret of the Ooze. Type.
Secret of the Ooze.
I feel like that was a real quick turnaround from Ninja Turtles.
1991. So I feel like...
Oh, wow.
I feel like with this movie...
was 89, 90?
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like this movie saw that the Ninja Turtles franchise sold a lot of ooze as toys.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like that was their focus.
They spelled ooze the exact same way, too.
Yeah. I feel like that was their focus, to make the villain ooze-centric, so that way they could push toys.
Well, the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles did meet in the live-action TV series.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, that happened. Type it in. It happened, and we all want to forget about it.
I'm looking up toys for this movie. Keep talking.
So, Dulcia was hot. She turned into an owl, like you mentioned. She leads them to go get their ninjetti powers. And apparently, the track wasn't that hard because they already had the powers inside them.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
I loved how Alpha was like, Rangers, you don't have that much time. Go get these powers and come back as fast as you can. And it felt like they spent 3 days there just hanging around.
Yeah.
And Tommy just looks at a mountain that looks like a boner coming out of the ground.
Zordon's dying.
And he's like, it's time, guys. No, it was time when you got there. You should have went immediately to that mountain as soon as you got your cool ninja suits.
To Boner Mountain.
Yeah, you should have went to Boner Mountain and got those like official powers.
I need this.
And all you had to do was beat a couple of rock monsters. That was it.
I need an Ivan
What a
Ooze.
letdown.
I need an Ivan Ooze action figure and a Falcon Zord.
The Falcon Zord was pretty cool. My God, the Zords looked horrible, though, in this movie.
God, they did. Hell yeah, they did. The toys look horrible,
They looked
too.
absolutely atrocious.
This
still looks better than Apocalypse from X-Men.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
How does Ivan Ooze look way better than Apocalypse did in the last X-Men
we
movie?
were watching last night.
Right.
Don't ask me why, because apparently I wanted to fucking punish myself this weekend.
Were you watching on HBO?
I was watching Last Jedi.
Oh, okay.
And I was telling my wife, I was like, it's such a big contrast for Oscar Isaac. Like, he's pretty good, decent.
He's a good actor.
He's pretty good in in these movies, in Star Wars movies.
He's great as Poe.
And he's fucking terrible as Apocalypse. But that's not on him. And my wife's like, I didn't think he was bad. I'm like, fuck. Like, Apocalypse is so terrible.
Yeah.
He was so bad.
You should show her Apocalypse like in the comic book and X-Men cartoon.
Versus this Egyptian weirdo.
The Egyptian Apocalypse that we got, because that's totally not the Apocalypse that is true to comic form.
Oh, we need a Frog Zord toy.
Oh, those Zords are horrible, and they did not translate over to the toys that well at all. And I hated. I mean, I knew the movie was cheesy when I remember, like, out of memory. Like, I knew it wasn't going to be like this visual spectacular movie, but man, the Zords, like, visually, the shine on the CGI was absolutely atrocious. Like,
they were so wet and metallic.
Like, I'm legit asking because the sets were miniatures. Where did the money go?
You could see at one point
somebody walked away with $14 million.
Yeah.
And we're just
made a lot more on top
here.
of it.
Yeah.
But look at those Zords. They are god awful.
Yeah.
Like, there's no detail to them at all. It's sad that the costume Zords were so much better than this.
Yeah.
Those are McDonald's toys, and they look better than the actual toys they put out. It was,
except for the Falcon Zord, he looks horrible.
Oh no, I would take that over that.
The updated toys, the new ones that they've been putting out, are really cool.
Evil space aliens.
Yeah.
How bad were his What were they called?
Okay, so the birds. So first he has two different kind of henchmen. He has those ooze monsters that explode on contact, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
I did like that. Because there's that one that falls into the grate.
Yeah,
and it just like ooze, like it just slimes everywhere. I'm like, these are pretty cool deaths.
And there's one where Billy like flips over, kicks him in the back, and then he goes flying face first into a pillar and explodes
into a pillar corner.
Yeah,
and just dies.
A corner even. I was like, okay,
those are pretty vicious kills.
I respect this.
Those are pretty vicious kills. But then he had this, like, he should have done the birds first.
Yeah, and
then these like ooze dudes, because the ooze dudes were a lot cooler. And all the birds did were try to like pick up Kimberly and like try to fly away, and then they got scared when Dulcia showed up and
started swinging her wind sticks.
Started swinging. Yeah, we'll call them wind sticks. That's what she does with them on her free time.
Yeah, right. It was the vibration in them that you were hearing.
And so they. Wow. I like that one point in the movie. So like she's swinging them, and I'm showing Jeremy what my hands. Swinging. And she's actually swinging the sticks with her hands, and then it cuts away and it comes back. And then there's attachments that have been added in so like she can swing them better. Yes.
Yep.
I'm like, oh wow, you must have got tired. Like she probably broke her wrist.
Can't do this any longer.
Probably broke her wrist and had to go back and redo them. So.
Oh Jesus Christ.
She's still hot.
You know what I was impressed with though was that they did all physical effects for the monkey flying dudes.
Oh, the bird.
Yeah, the bird people. Like when they were flying in and stuff, it wasn't bad CGI at all. Like they're on wires.
Strings,
and you couldn't see the wires. Good. It looked okay. Like
they blurred those out really good.
It wasn't bad. I kept watching them fly in. And I'm like, holy shit! Like this isn't bad. Like compared to other stuff I've seen in this movie so far, this isn't bad.
The problem I have with that is they flew all the way there.
Yeah,
and the Rangers like legit teleported there, like with their magic space powers. But those birds flew all the way from Earth there, or from the moon to there. Like that should have not happened.
No, you're absolutely right.
They should have hit like some sort of time vortex of like how are we gonna get there? We're gonna be very tired by the time we get there. No, you're gonna get there right after the Rangers did. They legit got there right after the Rangers did.
Yeah, and they flew.
And the Rangers had magic space teleportation powers. Those birds don't.
Bad CGI for it too.
That's the one thing that got carried over from the TV show was that animation,
and it was still bad.
Yeah, and you figure by now people see that because obviously people can see it. Ooze saw it. He's like, oh, there's the Rangers. Like later on in the movie, so that means everybody can visually see those Rangers and should be able to be like, hey, wasn't Tommy Oliver just standing there?
You know what I love, and I don't know what made me just think of it.
Because he's a very popular guy.
Yeah.
That Tommy Oliver.
I love when, especially with the kids, apparently.
Yeah. I hated that kid, by the way, Fred.
So did I.
I hated the add-in kid. Yeah. I thought it was stupid.
I love whenever Ivan Ooze goes to what's the name of their observatory with their command center.
Yeah.
But he shows up at the command center and Zordon's like, he's on his way. And Alpha 5 has a stupid line of, can't get in unless he has a power coin. And then, oh, guess not. Like, what? Don't even use that line then. It just sounded so stupid.
No.
Oh, guess not.
I love that.
It's not. And then at one point, to get the flying guys, Ivan Ooze hawks a loogie.
Yeah, and then that's how they grow.
And spits ooze onto the floor, and it grows like 30 flying bird people.
I had a problem with the pig guy. Who was that?
Was he not from the TV show?
No, he's not from the TV show at all.
I didn't know with a monocle.
Yeah, with the monocle. Yeah.
I didn't know who he was either. And I don't get the point of the monocle. Like, he's all trashy, his guts hanging out, and he's hairy.
But
he
has
classy.
A monocle. But he's classy. His name was Mordant.
I don't remember him at all. Your brother's
he
big
wasn't. He wasn't
Power
part
Rangers.
of the show. He was not part of the show.
I had forgotten that they had a lot of Ranger changeover by the time this movie came out.
Yeah, this is the second set of Rangers.
That it had Rocky and who was the Black Ranger was replaced with the Asian dude. And I can't remember his name either. Or what? He was Rocky, right?
No.
Rocky was
Zach was the Black Ranger. He got replaced by Adam.
Adam, yeah. You got to think that the original actors for Jason and Zach are just super happy that they didn't get involved in this movie.
Jason was involved in the second movie.
That's right, he was.
Yeah.
We should watch that.
That one's kind of a little bit better.
No, we should not watch it. They have cars in that one, don't they?
Rocky in that movie gets his back broken in the first 5 minutes.
Nice.
So I'm just saying, that was pretty cool.
Is that why Jason comes back?
No, he gets like... him and Kimberly are both return, even though they're on the second Pink Ranger, and by the time they go to that one in Turbo, Power Rangers Turbo, that's the one where the movie melted on us when me and my brother was watching.
Really?
It. And so Kimberly and Jason are back in that movie, and they both get possessed by the villain in that one.
You know, I didn't remember any of this movie going into it. Like, it was fresh for me. I didn't remember a single thing, and it didn't start feeling familiar until Ivan Ooze was dressed up as the weird wizard handing out ooze to kids.
That part I totally forgot about.
As soon as it happened, I was like, I remember this, because I remembered the ooze possessing people and stuff. And then as soon as it started showing those shitty robots that he was going to fight with, it like all started flooding back. I was like, oh my God, this end scene is terrible.
I totally forgot about the part where the parents are going to run off the cliff.
So
like
I did
commit suicide.
I did the math on this, and I would have been 13 watching this movie. And I remember
1995, yeah.
I remember kind of enjoying it.
Yeah.
And now, like, I have a 13-year-old child. I'm like, he wouldn't watch this shit. There's no way he would watch garbage like this.
I feel bad for my dad taking me to this movie.
Yeah, for sure. But you're right. The height that they were going to jump to their death, the parents, it wasn't that far. Like, maybe break an ankle.
Maybe 20 feet.
Yeah.
Maybe. Like, you survive a 20-foot fall.
Like, they just might get bruised up.
You're gonna
have a rough weekend.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the ER with a bad ankle.
Yeah,
like legit. Yeah, I'll believe you'll break your ankle. But I've seen some like parkour dudes like do rolls like off of like 30-foot ledges. So parkour it. Yeah, I know this is before parkour.
I used to jump off of roofs when I was a kid and never fucked myself up. Yeah. And I felt like it was the same distance.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, you brought up a point. You're like, how many of them would just start piling up?
Yeah,
and then,
once
like,
they just pile up.
At one point, you're just like stepping down. It's like a stair step of dead bodies.
It's not even just kind of hurt people.
Yeah.
They just keep walking.
The chiropractor would be really busy the next day.
They would just keep walking. They would just get back up and just walk like zombies.
As soon as the kids stopped or tried to run out and stop them, the first thing I could think is like, I hope they push these kids off.
I love when like they're just getting blasted by the water hose.
Yeah,
and they're just blasting the back of kids with water hoses.
Yes,
they're not even hitting the adults. It's the kids that are getting like slammed by that water. Just like that's probably like a couple 100 pounds of pressure of water hitting the back of just some random kid.
I love that. I love that this was a 90s thing.
There was no stunt double. Those are the kids getting hit with the water.
This was a 90s thing.
The rules are different in Australia.
They think if the parents disappear, like the kids would immediately like fall into debauchery and have all these
go into
parties
party
and
mode.
Stuff. Yeah. No.
You know what I was mad about? They were partying at Ernie's, but we did not see Ernie.
Nope. Not ever.
This movie only had room for one fat guy. That's all they had in the budget.
Count the pig.
Yeah.
And then Lord Zed made his appearance. Yeah. We talked about that briefly, I guess.
Yeah,
I forgot all about Lord Zed.
I love the Zed costume in this movie. That's probably where the budget went. Was that
Zed
awesome?
Costume?
Yeah, because the brain's all moving.
Yep.
His metal's all nice and shiny. And the thing I still don't get about Rita is like she's obviously been cast. Like they kept the same actress. I think there was 2 actresses that played Rita,
and they still make it look like she's being voiced over.
Yeah, they just she. I guess just never made the effort to learn English. They're just like, hey, well, I guess you know what, that makes sense because I don't think she's ever one-on-one in the same scenes with the American Rangers.
Right.
So they just probably brought her in to shoot a few scenes and were just like, you know what, do your best and we'll take it from there.
I'm trying to find Rita Repulsa is Barbara Goodson is who played her as the voice.
Yeah, I see the voice, but who's the hottie that played her? The physical actor.
It doesn't show it.
Yeah. I think if I looked on there too, it says Barbara Goodson, as Rita Repulsa, is an American voiceover actress.
So who is the physical actress then?
Yeah, I don't know. That's you can.
So they still voiced her over really bad. Yeah. I guess to make it.
I think they don't even credit her in the movie as like the physical actress that plays her.
That's kind of horse shit.
Yeah, she's probably not a SAG actor. That's probably why. Right. I don't think anybody was a SAG actor in this movie.
God, right?
Because there was like nobody in this movie. And I love the throwaway, like they were probably trying to figure out how to get rid of Ivan Ooze. So they're just like, hey, at the very beginning of the movie, let's go back and shoot this scene and see Ryan's Comet showing up.
Ryan's Comet.
Because it made no difference until the very end of the movie.
Yep. It was stupid.
Yeah. Which, by the way, the Rangers throw Ivan Ooze up into Ryan's Comet and he blows up.
What else has Jason David Frank been in other than Ninja Turtles?
Power Rangers.
There's a ninja thing here that I was reading. Power Rangers.
I think probably like a few one-offs, but nothing major.
So at least, and this is why the fighting was better in these, because they didn't necessarily bring in actors and hope they knew how to fight. Yeah. They brought in martial arts people and hoped they knew how to act.
Which Steve Cardenas cannot act.
No.
Which is the Red Ranger.
Most of the people could not act in this movie. What else is he?
Well, Amy Jo Johnson and David Yost, who was Billy.
Yes.
Billy and Kimberly, respectively, they were both gymnasts, and that's why they were cast in that movie. Karen Ashley, who was Aisha, I believe originally she was. Let's see, she was an actress the whole time, so I don't think she actually. She's the second Yellow Ranger. But I don't think she had any background.
Trini was the original one.
Yeah,
right?
she was the original, yeah. And she was not. Which I wonder why the first group of Rangers left. I guess they just did not run and resign contracts.
We're sick of this shit.
Oh, wow, I did not know that. It says that Aisha was born in Odessa, Texas.
Wow.
Whoa, she is born in 75?
Yeah, they're all kind of.
They're all old. Well, I looked up Kimberly, Amy Jo Johnson.
She's born in 70.
She's 40 years old now, which blows my mind.
I mean, she's still hot. But
oh yeah,
she was in Felicity.
She still looks great. Yeah, I remember her being in Felicity.
So, what more do you want to talk about?
She had a brief stint. She had a brief stint as a country music artist. God, this movie was horrible.
It was bad.
Really bad. It was really bad. We usually have how to rate this movie.
Yeah.
Right. So how we're gonna rate this one? Like, how many morphers out of?
How many snot monsters?
How many snot monsters? Okay, yeah. How many snot monsters would you give this movie out of 5? 1?
Yeah.
That's being really generous.
I think it is too. I'm
gonna give this a solid 1.
Did you? So
I can give it.
I don't remember this movie. I remember going to watch it, but I had no memories of this movie. You had some reverence for this movie.
Yeah, I was saying
to how
before to me. I remember enjoying this movie. I guess back when I saw it when I was 12 years old, almost 13, I think I liked this movie when I saw it. But I think I remember even at that time thinking to myself, the Zords did not look that great. And because this is 2 years after Jurassic Park came out. And oh my God, the CGI in Jurassic Park looked amazing. The dinosaurs still to this day look legit real.
Stark contrasts, man.
And you look at the Zords, they should have just kept it like the TV show. I'll give it to this too. Ivan Ooze looked great. His costume still holds up.
It was all right.
It still holds up.
It was a little over the top.
The Ranger costumes, those look legit. Not the Ninjetti ones, but the actual like
Rangers.
The Rangers. Yeah, those look cool. I'll tell you what happened after this movie. This ruined the Power Rangers.
Oh, for sure.
Because of the suit upgrades that didn't get carried over into the TV show. Because Rocky had that cool visor that like scanned for like life forms.
Yep.
That should have got carried over.
Everyone had these little whip.
Yeah. So everybody had little additional whips. Like, hey, how could we make these suits a little bit more interesting? So they all got something new, except for like Tommy, because Tommy still had Saba. And but Rocky always had, or the Red Ranger always had the blaster on the side / sword.
Yeah.
Which stopped getting used like within like I think the first 5 episodes of Power Rangers. Everybody used to have blasters. They all had guns as Rangers, and then all of a sudden they just went away.
I want you to take a look at this. This is only 2 years after, and this is the next movie we're doing.
This is 97?
This is 97.
Yeah.
And granted, it does look a little cheesy at times, but look at all of these bugs on screen for Starship Troopers versus what we saw. And I think the difference is, one, all right, so the 2 ways to fix those Zords would have been sharper lines. They're robots. No one's going to have these smooth-ass lines on your robots. And these bugs aren't shiny.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get why everything was so smooth on the Zords.
Why does CGI have to be shiny?
Exactly.
That's like a
well, no, it was because they were metal and like they went way too hard in with the chrome.
You paused it at a great point. We're looking at clips from Starship Troopers, and Jeremy just paused it at one point where like an alien got blown up like right before the screen.
Yeah.
And they did little things like throw in like alien blood gut.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you do that back in 97, but they look really good. There are some aliens later on in this movie. They just got the cow. Oh God. This is gonna be a great movie to watch. We just saw 2 guys get decapitated by bugs. It was great.
Oh, I cannot wait!
Oh my God,
this should have been it. This should have won.
We're watching this in a month. Don't worry.
We're watching it next week. I don't give a shit.
Okay, let's watch it for next week.
You want to do it for next week's episode?
We'll watch it, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
No, we got an Avengers draft to do.
Oh, you're right.
Nah, we can talk about both.
Yeah, we might have time. If
I don't know, man.
If the Avengers
I'm watching it every week.
If the Avengers draft goes long, we'll rewatch it. I don't mind rewatching Starship Troopers. I think that's gonna hold up.
This movie's gonna hold up a little bit. I'm excited about this one. Just from those clips
alone. Does that guy lose a leg? Is he already missing a leg right there?
I think so. Look at it.
Wow. Yeah, Jeremy paused it. I don't know if that's like a weird CGI thing. Oh no,
it was his gut.
That's the way.
It was his stomach.
Oh, let's watch how this guy dies.
Just smashed.
Gets smashed by the enemy. And I love that they love that part. That's the funny part because everybody hated.
Everybody hated that dude.
Yeah, so when he dies, nobody cares.
God,
they just
can't wait to watch this fucking movie, Matt.
Yeah. I would not recommend Power Rangers. I would not tell you to rewatch it.
Rated R movies. They seem to be better.
If you have an enjoyable memory about that movie and you haven't watched it,
keep it.
Keep that memory and don't rewatch this movie.
Because if you watch this, it's better in your memories than it was on screen.
I'm never going to make anybody watch this movie ever again. I am truly sorry. I would not.
They should use this in Guantanamo Bay.
That's really cruel.
I know.
I'd rather be
waterboarded.
Yeah, I was about to say I'd rather get waterboarded. I'd rather get what would they do, like shock your nuts?
Yes.
I'd rather have that than watch this movie.
The first comment on here: Trump's new Space Force.
That was 8 months ago.
I'm liking that.
Top comment.
Almost 20 years old. CGI still looks excellent. Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
I can't wait. I was just talking about this movie this week because I started playing Anthem on the Xbox.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot of characters that you fight in there that are bugs. There's like spiders and scorpions that keep running at you.
Well, that's kind of what I feel like. Every time I played Halo, I always had like a cool like Starship Trooper kind of feel to it.
Yep.
Yeah. And it was always like, well, why don't you just make a Starship Troopers game? And I was like, don't. We have Halo, and that's a really good one already.
So speaking of Halo. There's some. I guess we're already off of.
Screw this movie. We both
done.
give it one. We're
done.
Never watch this movie.
But
sorry.
there's some rumors that kind of leaked this week about Nintendo and Microsoft having a partnership going forward, and I think we talked about it a while back.
Yeah, with the chat.
Yeah. So Xbox is going to have Xbox Live on the Nintendo Switch. And you're going to be able to chat and earn achievements on playing Nintendo games through your Xbox Live account.
That's cool.
So those will go towards your Xbox Gamer Store. But now they're talking about bringing over a couple different things. One of the things is Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
Which they already kind of have something like that with Nintendo, but it's for old school games only. What Game Pass is, and it works, it's real cool because it works between PC and Xbox. It's $10 a month or like $60 for a year.
Yeah.
And you get like 100 different games for free every month, and they're downloadable. It's not like you're streaming the game. You get to download them, have them on there, and you're just paying for the license to get them every month. Yeah. Now Xbox puts their first party games, like the new Crackdown was free on there, Forza is free on there, Halo, and Gears of War. Okay. So there's a rumor that there was a rumor that Nintendo was going to be reviving a dead game to come, and originally the thought was it's Scalebound, which was this game supposed to come to Xbox about this guy and his dragon, and there was going to be like fights and stuff like that. I can't really get into it because they didn't share a whole lot of video and stuff at E3 about it. But Scalebound was originally supposed to be coming to the Switch, and they said no, yes, that's happening, but that's not the one. So no one really knows what's happening and what game it is. But another leak surfaced that they were going to be bringing Game Pass and possibly one major Microsoft franchise to the Switch. So a lot of people are thinking it's Forza or Gears of War, but the surefire bet that a lot of people are looking at is the Halo Master Chief Collection, where it comes with all of the Halo games. It's got, but it's 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, and they're talking about that possibly coming to Switch now, so you might be able to play Halo on a Nintendo platform now. Be pretty damn cool. Yeah, I have that and I don't play it, so it's free. I downloaded it and I don't even play it. Yeah. I was never a huge Halo fan.
I really like the story modes.
I like the first one.
You know,
the second one was all
me
right.
and the guys, we would get together and
LAN party.
We do LAN parties, but it wasn't Halo. It was what was the other one? It's the one that everybody uses the game engine now for.
Unreal
Tournament.
Yeah,
we used to play Unreal Tournament a lot.
Was good.
Yeah.
I liked ODST a lot, where you played as like the Marines and not as Spartan. Yeah, I thought that was really good. That was a fun game.
The Halo games were really interesting. They always seemed like a lot of fun. I played Halo. Halo 2 was the first one that I played because I bought an Xbox late. The only Xbox I've ever owned was the original Xbox. Yeah. And when I got it, I got it with the Halo 2. And
did you ever own Raw?
Huh?
Did you ever own WWE Raw?
No,
I know we had it at my house.
It was just you.
Because you would overload the pyro so much that the game would bog down. Yeah. Because you could stack pyro on top of pyro. There was no limit to how much pyro your character could have. Matt would kill my Xbox.
Smoke would come out of it.
So there's a Ghostbusters and Transformers comic book crossover
That's
coming.
Cool. Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. The Transformers got a Ghostbusters uniform.
Oh,
and he's got
really
the goggles.
Cool. Yeah, he's got a couple of Ghostbusters on him.
That's pretty cool. I would read that.
Yeah.
There's not a lot in the news this week.
No, not really. I think.
Was there any new trailers?
No, I don't believe so. I kind of relied on this movie being so bad.
There's new Captain Marvel stuff, but again, I'm trying to stay away from all of that.
I don't think I saw any of that stuff this week. I did watch the first episode of The Umbrella Academy.
What did you think?
And I like it a lot. There's a nice little slow build to it, but I like the beginning of it. And so I think there's 10 episodes.
My wife and I are going to start this week.
Yeah, it's good. Oh, you sent me the link to the KFC RoboCop.
Yeah. And RoboCop is the new Colonel.
He's the new Colonel.
Is it Peter Weller?
I have no idea, but this RoboCop is amazing.
It's so good.
This is the RoboCop I want back in a movie. I want comedic RoboCop. Like I want a comedic RoboCop movie, like doing this, like being silly like this, like
I don't know.
Trying to arrest somebody and just I think I saw his name. Go back up.
I don't know if we could pick it up. It sounds like Peter Weller.
Peter Weller. Well, oh no. Oh, never mind. That's the Neil Blue Camp. I guess they're redoing it. So they're rebooting RoboCop again.
With Peter Weller?
No, that's the talks. They want to, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. Yeah.
I wonder if this can pick it up. I'm gonna try and see here. Hang on.
He's wearing the glasses. That's the best part.
Oh God!
And he's wearing the glasses over his head.
And he's wearing the damn. Oh God! We need to share these to our.
Yeah, you need to share them to the Twitter or Facebook.
Oh, what the hell? That's what I'm looking for here.
You're looking for your sound control.
It always, for some reason, Elgato likes to take over and ruin my fucking life.
Jeremy's trying to play the RoboCop commercials.
Nah, it's not gonna play. Mm-mm. They're great.
I think it's because you're on that monitor and you're not on the TV.
No, it's Elgato sound capture takes over. Weird. See, Elgato ruins my fucking life.
Yeah, you got to switch the properties around, dude.
Keep talking.
That's what you got to do. You're in the wrong place. So yeah. So RoboCop's the new Colonel for like 3 spots. I think that's what they have released now. And to me, the commercials are really funny, and I laughed audibly out loud while watching them. So yeah, you still got any sound there, buddy?
Shut up. Shut up, RoboCop. Shut your sexy mouth, RoboCop.
Hit instead of doing that, do a right click.
We'll troubleshoot it later.
Do a right click and then do sound properties and set your default up.
We'll
sound settings later. There you go. But yeah, so that's cool. What do you think about this stupid foldable phone? I think I just kind of told you about it.
I watched the video on it. Did I send you the video? I think I did.
You did. I'd already seen it, yeah.
6 cameras?
Yeah, something like that.
So it's the Samsung Fold. Is that what they're calling it? Galaxy Fold?
Yeah.
So it's supposed to, 6 cameras. What the fuck is the placement on these cameras? Do you have the specs or anything pulled up on this?
Yeah, hang on.
Here, you want me to pull it up so both see them?
Yeah, pull it up on the big screen. Actually, I pulled up the Hawaii competitor.
Oh yeah.
So Samsung's going to put theirs out, but there you go.
The Hawaii Mate X.
2 hours ago. Yeah, go up to that one. CNET has a nice article comparing the 2 foldable phones that are going to drain everybody's pockets and make.
So I didn't realize Hawaii actually put one out too.
Yeah. They're both working on them at the same time, both running Android. I'll tell you what. That Fold, when it's folded.
That phone is thick.
It looks atrocious.
So the Samsung is a 4.6-inch Super AMOLED, and then it folds open to a 7.3-inch Dynamic AMOLED. Mobile software, Android 9.0. 16 megapixel ultra wide angle, 12 megapixel wide angle, and a 12 megapixel telephoto.
Stupid.
And then 2 10 megapixel and an 8 megapixel 3D depth. So there are 6 cameras on this. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
An octa-core processor, storage.
Look at the amount of RAM needed to run that phone.
12 gigabytes of RAM needed. Yeah. And it comes a standard with a 512 gigabyte. This phone has 2 batteries.
Make it run like crap.
2 batteries.
Yeah.
So I wonder, how does this charge?
You got to throw it in the fire.
Foldable display, wireless charging, fast charging available on it. So I get it. Because I'm somebody who uses a tablet and a phone for work. So I get where the need could be for this, but why?
I don't see a need.
So it's cool tech. Let's at least admit that it's a cool gimmick, right?
It's a gimmick.
Yeah. But this is the first round of this gimmick.
I don't know.
I would never buy the first round of a new gimmick on a phone. I'm interested to see where they're at 5 to 8 years down the road with this.
Yeah. I think that's the plan.
Where they get kind of seamless with it and see where it's at. See, get all the kinks out of it. But you're telling me that Samsung has had battery issues with them exploding, and we're going to put fucking 2 in this phone?
You don't see them, but my eyes are really big.
Yeah.
Eyes. I don't know.
You're never going to get on a plane with this phone.
No, they're not going to. Yeah, you're going to be on the... Remember when they were like not letting people on with like the notes? Mm-hmm. Like if you had a note, you could not get on the plane unless you left your phone there.
I worked in the phone business when that happened. Yeah. They made something for some of the best memes.
Oh God, yeah. To me, I don't. It doesn't appeal to me. And you can say that I'm an Apple fanboy or whatever. I've legit told everybody I'm fans of the Galaxy phones. I like the Pixel phones. And there's a lot of other third-party phones that
There's a lot of Samsung phones I like. Like the S10 actually looks really cool.
There's a lot of other Android phones that are good phones that I would definitely give a shot. It's just, to me, the Fold doesn't appeal to me.
It's a gimmick, man.
Yeah. And I think the new Galaxies are nice. Like I saw the new ones that came out, but I still don't get the appeal of the Fold. I don't think the Fold is the audience for the Fold. To me, is not here yet.
So you want to know what Samsung...
The Fold probably, I feel like, caters to a more older, super rich customer than...
So is the S10 has a fingerprint scanner?
The fingerprint scanners are in the screen.
And from what I understand, they're using sound waves to check your fingerprint.
So they're basing it on pulse.
Yep.
That's cool.
It's kind of cool. So hopefully Apple comes with something like that, because I like the no bezel phone. But I would much rather have a fingerprint than have...
Why the hell is the fingerprint not the Apple on the iPhone?
Right? Why not put it right there?
Look at it. It's right everywhere there. Other phone, that's the spot.
Mm-hmm.
That's the spot where the fingerprint scanner is. Like, well, how come that is not your home button?
Yep.
This whole time, you could have just been making the home button right there.
Yep.
And that
makes sense.
Yeah. And I mean, the Galaxy has like the no bezel on there, which is pretty cool. Like, they don't have this notch. Granted, there is a little bit of a cutout for the camera. Why not just do what some other phones have done and make a slider?
Yep.
And the sliders aren't that thick.
No,
they're just as thin.
Yep.
So, to me, like, I think they missed the boat on that. They could have just made a little slider or actual... There are some that have like mechanical cameras that pop up, and I can see the mechanic like giving out after a while. But like on a slider, like you just have the slider and you just do and it's a satisfying action.
With LG and I think Google, I think the Google Pixels have the button on the back for your fingerprint.
Yeah. The Google Pixels.
So why not have that? I mean, makes more sense to me. Especially like you said,
who has missed the boat?
Apple
on that?
Is there. Just make the Apple.
And there's nothing else on the back of this phone anymore.
Oh,
they took off all the text. It just has iPhone on it now.
Mm-hmm.
It used to say a bunch of other stuff on there, like made by so and so,
iPhone S.
Now it just has iPhone on it. Yep. Like, use the Apple that's there. Turn it like, how hard is that? And to me, I mean, that's the big thing that I miss about the physical home button is the fingerprint scanner. I love the fingerprint scanner. I hate having to rely on the camera to recognize my face all the time.
Sometimes,
or even this button here, like the power button.
Yeah,
that's the fingerprint scanner on the 10S.
How many times do you accidentally take a screenshot?
Every day.
Every time I try to shut off my alarm in the morning.
Every day, yeah.
Every time I try to shut off my alarm by pressing the side button, I take a screenshot. I've got so many just extra screenshots of dumb shit.
I wish it realized I just took a screenshot of the home screen and just deleted itself by itself.
Right.
Just do by itself by now.
I do think the S10 is pretty cool looking.
Well, I'll give you that. I did make you watch the Power Rangers movie.
Yeah. So
I'll let you have this one.
On the Fold?
Yeah.
I see where someone could be like, it'd be nice to have one device that does everything I need. Like, it does one thing that's really cool, I think, with whatever you're using on the front screen of the Fold, transfers over perfect to the inside screen when you fold it open. So say you have maps running on that front screen and you fold it open, maps will automatically open up and start running on the big tablet screen when you fold it open, so you'll just have a bigger version of it.
Yeah.
So your apps will seamlessly switch from one screen to another. That's pretty cool. I'm more impressed with that than I am with anything else that they did on the phone. Yeah. Again, though, like at $2,000.
No, yeah.
And let's be honest, though, when you're adding that up, when you're looking at, I'm spending $1,000 on an Apple iPhone, and I'm spending $1,000 on an iPad.
Don't remind me.
So that's $2,000 for one device that I would carry around instead of two.
Yeah.
But ultimately, what this device is probably going to end up being with is it's going to be a status symbol device. It's going to be something that a lot of people buy just because I can spend the money on it and look cool doing it. A problem that I see with it.
I can't wait.
How the fuck do you protect this thing?
How do you?
What do you do case wise?
They need to like. How do you put this in your pocket?
Yeah,
you can't. Like,
it's thick when it. Folds.
Can't. I have a hard time with this phone in my pants, and it's just a regular iPhone.
Oh, dude. And you've had them.
And I don't wear this. Yeah,
a little pop socket on the back.
Socket, yeah. How a pop socket's gonna work on the foldable?
How do cases? That's my thing. Is how cases gonna work?
Yeah, it's
I played a lot of other games.
You want to buy an all-in-one device? Get a Galaxy Note.
Galaxy Note is a great phone.
Do it.
It is a great phone. And I think the S10 looks really good. I'd like to see what they do with a Note 10.
Yeah.
I really want to see what they do this year. It won't be anything that switches me. Again, I'm already locked in with Apple. It's just, again, they've got me convenience-wise.
I like seeing what else is new out there.
Yeah.
I'm not totally against. I use a Galaxy for work. So
the Notes are probably the best product that Samsung puts out phone-wise.
The only thing I hate about the Galaxy is the texting feature. Like, I can't stand texting on that phone.
Yeah, so
if anybody has a keyboard app that they like to recommend to me, and that's the cool thing is like you can install a different keyboard, send it to me so that I can type better on my Galaxy.
I hate Swipe. I ran into so many people that would use Swipe for texting. I hate it so much.
I disable Swipe on everything.
Yeah, me too.
I don't like it.
Over the last 2 weeks, I have played a shit ton of games, and we haven't really been able to talk about a lot of them. I started Crackdown.
Oh, cool.
And I'm probably 3/4 of the way through that game. And it's short and it's free. So I've been putting a lot of, and it looks
even better,
amazing in HDR. It's a boring game.
Yeah.
It's not a good game.
It just visually looks good.
Visually in HDR, fucking great.
Yeah.
I mentioned Anthem. What was crazy is Anthem came out on Friday, and I noticed there was no HDR in the game. And that it was just 4K only, and you got a lot of motion blur when you moved around and stuff.
Oh, okay.
4 GB patch came out yesterday. They added HDR.
Lord, yeah.
So now it runs, because my TV, it does, if you turn on something with HDR, it pops up in the corner and tells you it's running HDR.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, then it goes into a forced HDR mode where it tries to simulate the HDR effect for you for stuff that's non-UHD. And I noticed it, and then we got the 4 GB patch, and I was like, fuck, already?
Yeah.
And then the HDR emblem popped. And I was like, what the fuck? Why didn't you have that ready at launch?
Fix for the visuals, yeah.
It's an okay game. I'd like to stream some of it, maybe do some for nerdy somethings. Rob just put out a video of they are playing Apex Legends.
Yeah.
That game is damn good.
Yeah.
Have you played it yet?
Yeah. I played a few rounds, yeah.
What do you think?
I like it a lot. I'm still not the biggest fan of Battle Royales, but it's pretty cool. I like the team aspect of it.
It's the funnest Battle Royale.
Yeah.
It's the fastest Battle Royale.
It ends really fast. Yeah, I like
a lot of the Battle Royales I play, like PUBG, I can play one. Like, if you can get to the top 10, you're in there for 45 minutes to an hour.
I bet, yeah.
And this one, it's just, the action is more fast-paced. The map is a little bit smaller. You run into people. Like, so when I play Battle Royale games, I find myself actively avoiding combat. Until the very end. Like, if I can, the kill that matters is the final kill to me.
Yeah.
In this game, I'm actively seeking out people to kill.
Yeah, because you got your whole squad,
Yeah, and even without the squad, like, it's just the gun game in this is so much fun that I would rather die in a firefight than camp and do nothing waiting for other people to show up.
That's the thing I don't like about Battle Royale games is like the whole camping.
Yeah, and this game is really smart about it. Like, it brings people in closer, and it does a lot of really smart things when you're... have you played with any friends, or are you playing with randoms?
I play with randoms, yeah.
So that's what this game does best, is when you're playing with randoms, how you're able to just ping certain things and like ping the items and stuff and communicate without having to wear a headset. Because I don't know about you, when I play with randoms, I don't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm already socially awkward as it is, and I hate people, so I'm not going to fucking talk. And most of the times, you find toxic people in video games.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I don't want to deal with that. But this is pretty good. Like, you're able to communicate back and forth because your characters are so vocal in the game.
Yeah.
I dig it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like the ping system. It's really cool.
I wish they had some sort of crossplay where we could play and check it out, because it is a lot of
yeah.
fun. You know what? Play with Rob.
Yeah, he's on the PlayStation.
Yeah, you guys should do something for Nerdy Somethings.
Yeah, he sent me an invite, but I was legit downloading the game when he did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I just haven't been able to play with him.
Yeah, I'd like to do something in Anthem for Nerdy Somethings. I also got for Valentine's Day, my wife bought me Ace Combat 7.
Ooh, nice! Yeah. You finally got that Ace Combat.
It is pretty damn good.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, apparently, it does not have the best Xbox One X enhancement, so it's not very like it's good looking, but there's no HDR and it tops out at 1080.
Oh.
So you've got a 4K TV and it's running in 1080 instead, but it's Ace Combat.
Yeah.
So I had a blast doing it, and I played a shitload of Kingdom Hearts with the kids.
Oh, that's good.
We're finishing up Rapunzel's world. So,
gotcha.
Which is basically you're just reenacting everything that happened in Tangled.
Oh, fun.
Which I'm okay with. Tangled wasn't a bad movie. Yeah. It wasn't a bad movie. And then I want to say I played something else. Did we talk about Tetris 99? Did I bring that up?
I don't think so.
So there's a free game. I talked to your brother about this. Uh-huh. So there's a free game that came out on the Switch, and it's a Tetris Battle Royale.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Tetris 99, and it's you playing Tetris against 99 other people at the same time. Okay. And every time you clear a line, you send a line to someone else's screen.
Okay.
And it there's this metagame to it where you can
This is a battle royale I can get behind.
Yeah, while we're saving everything up, I'll let you play around to see what you think. But you can use the right thumbstick to change who you're attacking. So you can attack whoever's closest to getting a KO. Yeah. You can attack the people who are attacking you. Yeah. You can attack a random. Or you can go for badges, which is like clearing so many lines or something like that. And like, say you clear 4 lines at once, 4 lines show up on someone else's screen. And your goal is to be the last one playing Tetris. Yeah. So you keep attacking these other people by sending them lines. It's bare bones, basic ass Tetris. It still has like T-spins and stuff like that. But it's not flashy by any means.
Nice.
And
that's a cool concept.
Fun. Yeah. It is a lot of fun. Even my wife was playing it.
Oh, that's neat.
I got up to the highest I've gotten so far is I was number 21.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Out of 99? Wow,
I was like,
cool.
Okay. And it does this really cool stuff. Like after you get past the first 50 eliminated, it amps up the music and makes it feel like everything's moving faster and the music speeds up and stuff and you get more panicked and everything and it starts weeding people out a lot faster. It is really fun.
Stop feeling those nerves. That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
But again, I don't think there was a lot of... Oh, so I did see... We talked a couple weeks ago about the Birds of Prey movie.
Oh, yeah.
I guess Harley Quinn is not going to be in the new Suicide Squad, and she's not going to be in Gotham City Sirens.
Oh, they took her out?
So she's only going to be in Birds of Prey.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So I guess...
Well, I mean, yeah, I think people are going to be upset about her not being in Suicide Squad, but Suicide Squad was also a rotating team.
Yeah,
but I know that's not what people are used to, like when it comes to movies. So.
But for me, I think the biggest thing is not having her in Gotham City Sirens. I think that makes more sense for her to be a part of, and now you're not going to have her in there.
I just saw Donald Trump.
The history of sex bots in movies.
Donald Trump demands 6G rollout as soon as possible.
Oh, God. We're not even in 5G.
Doesn't even know what 6G is.
I need 6G and Wi-Fi in my hair.
I need to tweet. Tweet more.
I need faster internet for faster tweets.
Faster tweets. I have to beat Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez to the tweets.
Oh my God, they're making A Quiet Place 2?
But he's how? Why?
I don't know. Did you watch the first one?
No, haven't.
Oh my God, you haven't watched it yet?
No, haven't seen it.
You need to watch this movie.
I'm sure it's really good.
It is. I've heard definitely better than Bird Box. That's for sure.
Why would he make a second one if he's not in it? They're gonna kill Emily Blunt. Oh, so Chris Hemsworth's going to play Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, that's what we didn't talk about.
Oh, that's a Netflix movie?
Oh, shit, it is a Netflix movie.
That's cool.
But Chris Hemsworth to play Hulk Hogan, brother. Let me tell you something, Loki.
I can't wait till he gets all racist.
Yeah. My wife.
We're all a little racist.
We're all a little racist, brother. My wife, she's like, oh, Chris Hemsworth's going to play Hogan, huh? And I was like, yeah, you're going to enjoy it when they get to the sex tape part. Oh. And she's like, ugh. And I was like, but it's Hemsworth in a sex tape.
Should have had that sushi.
Shouldn't have that sushi, brother. Into the Spider-Verse is
out
Tuesday.
Talk about pillow
on
talk.
digital.
Oh, great.
So that's
I'm going to buy it.
Great.
Yeah, I'll buy it. Can't wait
I think that's kind of it.
Oh, yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow is done. Is out.
So Endgame is our last movie.
Yep.
I mean, good, right? Yeah. So Disney, they took her out for quite a while. Was that because of the anti-vaxxer stuff?
She's anti-vax?
Yeah.
Ah!
And she was very, very vocal about it. And that was about the same time that they wrote her out in the Marvel movies. Yeah. So I just, putting 2 and 2 together, like...
That's fine with me.
Because Disney's catering to families.
Why would
you parade around an anti-vaxxer?
Pepper Potts. I did not know she was anti-vax.
Yeah.
She's an idiot.
Yeah.
I will sneeze on her kids.
You know, she's getting sued too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've been hearing about this on the news a lot. Apparently, it was a couple of years ago. She was on a ski slope, and the guy suing her, he's an optometrist, said that he was on a novice hill, and he slowed down and went off to the side like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And she blasted him chest to back as fast as she could, like just nailed him, broke 3 of his ribs and dislocated his shoulder. And nobody helped him up. They left him laying there.
Well, they helped her
and blamed him. Yeah. The ski staff picked her up, blamed him for the accident, and kept going.
So Gwyneth's a garbage person.
And then, she's countersuing him for $1 and saying that it happened the other way around. That she was slowing down and he hit her.
All they got to do is like talk to us.
They said there's witnesses there and stuff like that.
They get like. You can retrace injuries like to like moments of impact, so they're gonna be able to like.
And plus, there's witnesses.
And
it's just ridiculous.
Pepper Potts is a garbage human being.
She is.
Didn't know that.
She won't let Tony be Tony.
Yeah, just because Tony wants to vaccinate,
bitch. Anyway, so that was our Power Rangers episode. Oh. I almost want to do the 2017 Power Rangers movie.
That one's way better.
I thought that movie was bad, but I appreciate it a lot more now.
Better.
I appreciate it a lot. And again, the ratings were pretty on point with each other.
Yeah, they were like 1-on-1 with each other.
Almost, so. It was 8 points higher on IMDb and 4 points higher on Metacritic.
Don't watch this movie, guys.
So don't watch this movie. And I mean, that's what we're leaving you with: is don't watch Power Rangers.
Sorry.
Down with Power Rangers.
I'm sorry if you did.
Do you feel bad?
Yeah, I do.
Are you apologizing to me or apologizing to the fans?
Apologizing to you and to
normally when we pick shitty movies, they get picked fastest. It seems like.
Yeah.
This almost ended up in a tie where we would have done both movies.
Yeah, we should have.
And I'm kind of sad.
I'm sad I did that retweet.
Yeah.
Swayed the opinion.
Yeah, but it's okay.
I gotta go back and cancel.
It makes it good when we cancel your subscription to Stars.
Yeah.
I need to do the same because I'm not paying $9 a month for it.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what Stars.
It's all Disney movies.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
And you're about to get them on a streaming service anyway.
Yeah.
Which is funny because everyone's up in arms over Punisher being canceled.
And Jessica Jones got canceled, yeah.
And the Kevin Feige, again, is talking about there's a chance they could be
He's
revived.
like, relax. I'm bringing them back all together in one show.
Like, you've got to understand.
Yeah.
They don't want them on there. And they can't just phase them out. They have to be canceled. Exactly. That's the way it works. Yeah. So... this is their way of Netflix losing those rights so they can use the rights wherever they want.
I guarantee you Disney paid them money to cancel.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they did.
We'll give you $100,000. We'll give you Mickey Mouse and part of Walt's
Donald Trump
brain.
owns Disney now?
I don't know. I just assume that all rich old people talk like that.
Yeah, they probably do.
Jeff Bezos probably talks like that when he has sex with his robots. Robert Kraft probably talks like that when he's soliciting prostitutes.
That's the best one.
6 rings and 1 prostitution ring. Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ. All right, guys. So check us out on all social medias. You can find us at GOFO Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and
Instagram, Twitter.
Trying
Facebook?
to think. Tinder. You can find us on Tinder.
Yeah,
as well,
we're on there.
On at GOFO. But no, you can find us on everywhere at GOFO Podcast. Huh?
Swipe right?
Swipe right, I guess.
I don't know what dating
Swipe
apps.
down. You know.
Swipe up to subscribe. I don't know.
There you go.
Check us out on Nerdy Somethings.
Check us out on nerdysomethings.com. Check out Rob's newest project. He was running videos of Apex Legends. And he has a good point about that game. You know a game is good when you suck at it and you have fun playing.
Yeah, and check out Nerdy Somethings, the podcast. That's
a
really fun podcast.
I haven't listened to his newest episode
Super
yet.
short, yeah.
The one with the Disney debauchery was great.
That's a good one.
I love that episode.
One, yeah.
And I got to play it for my wife too because
I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were coming.
I will. God, I know. And I will never look at the ride Soarin' the same again. It's a good episode, and they're super short. They're good little short
they're like
sound
15
bites.
minutes. Yeah.
Make sure to leave us a funny review. We'll read it on the podcast. And again, a review will get you entered in a contest to win a Nerdy
I keep looking
t-shirt.
at those reviews. You guys aren't posting any, so just go put them.
Reviews.
Do it.
Our next episode is going to be an Avengers draft where Matt and I sit down and draft. How many people do we need on each team, do you think?
70.
70 Avengers on each team? You want to do 10 on each team?
10 each.
10 each. Okay. We're going to sit down and draft a team of our 10 best Avengers. I'm going to get real obscure. And we all of Marvel.
And we can't pick the same characters.
We can't.
So once the character gets crossed off the board, that's it.
We're going to have all of Marvel available. So anybody in Marvel. So you can get Shatterstar in your Avengers. You can get Forge.
Oh.
You can have Howard the Duck.
Yeah. You had two
members. You
members.
Have Cosmo.
You had two members of X-Force right there.
Yep.
Oh. Cosmo and Howard the Duck on the same team.
Yeah. That's going to be my Avengers. It's the comedic Avengers.
Wait, Cosmo.
He's the dog.
Yeah.
Wasn't that his name was Cosmo?
Yeah, he was in Guardians too.
Yeah, he was in Guardians too. So Kevin Smith is the showrunner for the Howard the Duck animated series coming to Hulu.
Yeah.
And he's reaching out trying to get Leah Thompson to come back to be a voice in the movie. What I want to see more than anything is, again, I love Kevin Smith, so this says like something is going to be great if I want to see this over the Kevin Smith one. Patton Oswalt is doing MODOK.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, he has.
I think that something's going to be very special with that. Like that, it's going to be good. All right, guys, make sure to send us a review. Check us out. Next week, we'll be coming with our Avengers draft. And coming in the next few weeks will be Starship Troopers episode.
That's right.
If you guys have any suggestions, if you guys want have movies that you want us to do, throw them out there. Send them to us on Twitter. Send them to us in our email at gofoquestions@gmail.com. Any suggestions, any topics you want us to go over, make sure to send them to us. We'll definitely, whatever keeps us rambling, guys. Matt?
Yeah, later, geeks.
The Geek Out Freak Out podcast is produced and edited by Matt Salgado and Jeremy Holman. Special thanks